Hello and welcome to ENAC Gurucool Season 1. We are honored to have with us today accomplished Seema Tanwar, who is an educationist and a prominent social worker, and an extremely popular icon of Pune. She is the MD of Canvas Kids, a preschool chain. She is also president of Women's Club Kharadi, also the president of BJP Education Cell, and also the territory head of Early Childhood Association. She is a graduate of George Washington University too. Thank you, Seema. We're so honored to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Azelia, for welcoming me here.
So, Seema, let's explore your journey as a cool guru. What has been your craziest college experience?
Wow, college actually brings back fond memories and a lot of fun. I do remember a very funny experience that I had, Azelia, when we were trying to bunk a class. When I was in the first year of college, we used to have statistics as a subject. And definitely it was not our favorite subject, and we would avoid attending those classes. So I remember once it so happened that we were just jumping out of the window, and there was the professor standing right in front of us and got us. But then yes, it was also very inspirational moment for me, because what the professor said afterwards brought us back to the class. What he said was, बेटा इतना मेहनत क्यों कर रहे हो बंक करने के लिए? मेहनत करो क्लास में बैठने के लिए. So just use the door whenever you want to walk out of my class. इतनी मेहनत मत करो that you have to jump out of the window. So yes, I think that was my craziest college experience.
That was a true educator speaking on the other side. Coming to our next question, Seema. If you had a boat and you had to name it, what would you name it and why?
I think a boat represents slowing down. It represents taking a break, because it is a slow mode of transportation, and it also represents a holiday, and it also represents destination. It represents slowing down in life because the travel is slow. So a boat represents a lot of things, but to me, it would represent slowing down and taking a break, maybe taking a holiday. So I would like to name the boat Take a Break Kit Kat.
Oh, lovely. How interesting is that? Our next question. Is there a message you have for parents of Gen Z?
I think parenting Gen Z is not easy, because it's a very smart bunch of children. They have access to a lot of information, and they have grown up with the technology. So technology is in their blood. But for a parent, it is a little difficult. But so my message to the parents would be that let them be, let the children be, because the Gen Z has access to so much of information. They are actually growing beyond their age. We cannot compare them to us. So we'll have to handle them in a very different way. They are very progressive. They ask a lot of questions because they cannot take anything to a face value. So parenting them is definitely a challenge. But yes, we just have to become smarter and look for our ways out there.
Wonderful. Moving to our next question, Seema. Educationists out there know little about you. If there's something you'd like them to know about you, what would it be?
Well, I live by the mantra that you throw me in front of pack of wolves, and I get back leading the pack of wolves. And I think by the pack of wolves, I mean the challenges in our lives, a lot of situations, a lot of circumstances, maybe other people, men and women, maybe health issues. But I think as women and as educators, we have this power to every time fall back, take a step back and check out your skills and come out strong in life and lead that and beat that.
Wonderful. And our final question for today. If you could grow up in any decade, what would that be? Or which decade would you choose to be born in?
Oh, definitely this decade. And see, I think one thing is true, that Azelia, we will always feel grass is greener on the other side. But at the same time, with so many scientific advancements, with so many changes in technology, and I think we have seen technology grow uh, immensely in the last decade. So I think in this decade, and the last 2 years especially, has been very difficult for all of us and for all educators, because education would have come to a standstill if there was no technology with us. The world has seen plagues before. It's not that the first time the world is facing it. But had it been in an earlier decade, there was no way that we could reach out to our children. Now that there is a technology, we have sufficient ways and innovative ways to at least fill that gap and connect to our children even when we are sitting at home. Those were more difficult times. Even though we faced a very difficult time in the last 2 years, in this decade, I think we were definitely better off with so many advancements in medicine, vaccinations being available, we being able to connect with each other, so many technological platforms through we could connect with our children. So definitely we can take the positives out of this decade and move on.
Wonderful. So that brings us to the end of this segment. So thank you, Seema, for coming to ENAC and adding your wonderful insights and how you would like to see education in the next decade. It was an honor having you.
Thank you so much, Anna, for having me here.